This is, as you may have heard, my final broadcast here at WIFR after some 40-some years. So how do you sum up 42 and a half years in just a few minutes? Well, you really don't. Goodbye. It's been nice. Thanks for what? No. I got a few things to say. A few of my retired friends, who apparently don't want me hanging out with them any more than I already do, have said, don't rush into retirement. It's not something to be attacked. You big turkey, you don't want to put all of this behind you. Sorry, fellas, grease the skids and help me load up the boxes. It's time to go. And it's time to thank a lot of people. No names, way too many people to name that I've worked with over the years, and I'm sure I would forget a few. So thank you to the hundreds of past and present people I've worked with, most of whom I liked, many of whom I don't remember, some of whom I've never even met. That's what happens when you work the third shift here for the last 7 or 8 years and 30 years in total. Thank you one and all, and to all of you, the business of local television news is still vital, still important, mainly because in many communities it's the only timely, reliable source of local news, weather, and sports you're going to get out there. So my colleagues treat this profession with the respect it has earned over the years. Thanks to all the people I have met along the way, particularly those that have been friends and regular guests on the Morning Blend, the business owners we've been associated with over the years, the people with the various organizations that are just trying to make their corner of the community better, and the men and women who have turned their personal tragedies into thriving, giving, vital charities in the community and reaching through the region and even across the nation. That's powerful stuff, to be able to share your stories of despair and turn it into a positive, inspirational. And thanks to all the viewers of WIFR over the last 4+ decades. When I started as sports and moved to mornings, I don't know how you put up with looking at this ugly mug first thing in the morning over the last 29 years or so, but you did. And that's the real reason why I have been here this long. TV is still measured by how many eyeballs are tuning in and watching. And you've watched through thick and through thin. There have been plenty of both over the years. I will confess there are some people who say I never took the job for granted. I took the job for granted. And there were occasions when that came back to bite me. But your responses, your reactions, your support has been gratifying and fortifying and got me through a few of those rough patches. Thank you. Now, I've known this day was coming for a couple of years now. My bosses have known for nearly a year. You learned about it the last couple of months or so. The outpouring of comments, thoughts, cards, letters, emails, personal conversations here and there, staggering, amazing. Thank you one and all. And another reminder to my colleagues, young and old, about the significance and the impact you hold in the lives of the people who invite us into their homes each and every day. Remember that on the air and off the air as well. Of course, it wasn't my plan to stay here for 42 and a half years. It was more like 2.5 years and then off to bigger markets, maybe even ESPN. But things happen. More specifically, Wendy happened. Working in a sports department at the Register-Star, a Guilford Viking grad with big hair, suddenly Rockford was a great place to live. Then along came Kelly and Corey, and the state line community became a great place to call home and raise a family. And now there's son-in-law Joe, and last but not least, skip on in here, granddaughter Alice. So I don't know if being Andy Gannon's children helped or hurt you two, but kids, Wendy and I are happy to see that you two are finding your own paths to happiness and glory. See what I did there? Yeah. I'm a lucky man because of this group, who will probably be sick of me in the next 2 to 3 months. maybe weeks, yeah, days. I'm a lucky man because of all of you over the years. Thank you, and goodbye from whatever rectangular box you're viewing this from. But I'll still be around, we'll still be around. And I apparently have the developed the habit lately of saying, we'll be right back, because it's a lazy way of going off to commercial. I'm going to amend that now. Maggie will be right back. And I hear there's donuts.